Hey, Atrioc, thanks for getting Luka to re-sign this weekend. I heard you're a pivotal piece. I don't want to take credit. Do you know what I'm saying? The great Lakers organization, LeBron James, they all had a factor to play, but it was me. It was me, dude. Luka was like, I can't stay in LA unless Big A gives me the fucking the cosign, and I gave him the cosign. First Faker, now Luka. Thank you, Big A. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part to get dynasties built. Dude, Faker till 2029 is actually such a fucking sick thing to do. Can't wait to see them first round exit next year. Smile. I'm not going to ban you, but I am going to put a note on your account when they win next year. How do I do this? How do I add a note to your account? Okay, here it is. This is a note. Note, this guy said Lakers would be a first round exit. And now he's eating his words. Add. How am I ever going to find this again, though? I'm never going to. It's going to be crazy because I'll have to click your account somehow. Clip it. Somebody clip it. Clip it. It's actually Mayo. And we'll check in a fucking year, dude, and we'll know. Hey, Big A, I accidentally overshared at work lunch today that I'm switching SSRIs, and nobody knew how to react, and I'm embarrassed. How do I show up tomorrow? Is that embarrassing? That doesn't... Nobody cares. Most people at work are depressed. Maybe you just switched to a bad one. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe they have preferences on SSRIs and you picked the wrong ones. I don't think it's a big deal, bro. I think what is more likely is that you are over anxious. And it is affecting your opinion of what happened. Unless they did bully you. Then I don't know, then you're screwed. Maybe you have to bring enough for the whole office. Or maybe you work at an SSRI distributor and you're using a rival brand. Maybe you work and you're using the competitor. That could be a problem. Like, that would be a bad look. I guess the best thing you can do, this is just good advice in general. If you're ever getting bullied by anyone, call your mom and tell her to yell at them. This is like an easy out every single time, whether you're an adult, whether you're a child, just call your mom, tell them what happened and say, Mommy, can you please yell at them? That is the best way out because she'll take care of it. It works. It's like a guaranteed system. Aim for the throat. All humans require air to breathe. Like you figured out something. We actually figured out a weakness of humans. They seem invincible, but actually this throat area is like a huge part of where they get their oxygen, which they actually need. If you cut that off, it's like cutting the head off the snake. No, that's fucking stupid. Hey, thank you for the 5 gifted. Atrioc's luscious round ass. You're not wrong, but it is crass, so I'm going to have to ban you. Thank you for the $25, though. Thank you for the $25. You are banned. It's like chopping the heart off. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You guys fucking get it. How are you doing? Welcome to Atrioc August. Listen, I brought the whiteboard behind me because we're going to make some plans today for Atrioc August. Now, if you don't know what Atrioc August is, it's not something you can really put words into. It's more of an idea. It's a grand design. It's a higher power you give yourself to. But in general, more specifically, concretely, Atrioc August is a month where Ari's gone for most of it. I have no travel and I have no major, outside of the podcast, obligations that would throw me off. I just got back from Canada. And so now I can kind of lock in a bit. And so I want to try a month where I am consistent on 3 things, which is sleep, working out, and streaming. That is the 3 things I want to be consistent on for the rest of the month of August. And and I want to plan some things to do with that focused time. So I have a couple things. Let's pull this over. Okay. I have a couple things that I like are guarantees. I have guarantees. Let's write this down. Okay. Will this fare better than Year of Kindness? I have decided that mocking me about Year of Kindness is unkind. So you are not abiding by the rules of Year of Kindness, so I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to listen to you. Like you have already broken the rules of Year of Kindness. That's unkind. So here's get over here, Scorpion. Hey, Big A, my birthday was on the actual August 1st, but you skipped it. I didn't skip it. I just don't know you as a person. And so it wasn't on my celebratory list. That's not a fucking, I didn't skip it. It wasn't like I knew it was there. It wasn't like I told you I'm going to your birthday and then I skipped it. You never invited me. I don't know you. We've never crossed paths like that. Okay? And I know what you guys are saying. That's harsh. That's mean. But what we don't understand is that I know all of you as people. Everyone else in chat except for him, of course I'm going to be at your birthday. We're friends. But him specifically, that's parasocial. Do you understand? You guys are different. That person was parasocial, and like I don't know them. They're not like friends like we are. Do you understand the difference? Fuck that one guy particularly. You know what I'm saying? We're all tracked, right? We make sense. Okay, here's a couple things. Here's a couple things about Atrioc August. I've already mentioned sleep, working out, and just streaming. And by that I mean like 6:30 start time, end around 10. But go live every day but Sunday. I think that's the default stream schedule. I don't want to fuck with that too much. Maybe I go live a little earlier if I'm feeling froggy, but okay. 3 presentations. 3. Okay? Now, you may be thinking, no fucking way. But I actually think there is a way. Don't even copy me yet. Let me explain why. There are 3 Mondays left in August. 11th, 18th, and 25th. On the 11th, I'm going to do a presentation on retail return fraud, which is, I think, pretty funny because people from all over the world gave me stories of insane return fraud. And I've compiled them, and I'm now going to snitch, I guess. I'm going to snitch on all of these crazy methods and also some stats and some data. And I am pretty well done with that presentation. Most of it is just insane stories from people. That's happening on the 11th. I feel very confident on that one for the 11th. On the 18th, if I can't finish a full new presentation, I will have TikTok investment reacts, which we haven't done in months and is super hilarious. And we have a compiled list. So I will do bad TikTok investment advice on the 18th. So we got that. And that way I can do the presentation I didn't finish on the 18th for the 25th. So I have to just finish the one I'm almost done with and do one more, and then we have a TikTok investment advice. So I think we will hit all 3. So I'm feeling actually pretty fucking confident. We got 3 marketing Mondays this month, 11th, 18th, and 25th. So circle this. That's good. Wow, it's so unfocused. You can't see a fucking... Wait, do you think this still works? The whiteboard cam? I don't think it does. You can't see shit. All right, well... You know what? Let's just let's use the magic of fucking technology here. Okay? And let's do it like this. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Atrioc August. Sleep, workout, stream. That's the core tenets. Promises. Now, I don't want to call them promises, but I'm going to because I want to hit them. I want to set concrete goals, and at the end of the month, I want to look back and I want to check these off, which means I have to say no to some shit that you guys are going to ask for. You're going to ask for like the fucking Codathon or something, and I'm going to say no because I need to make sure this is only things I guarantee we'll do. And this is what we'll do hopefuls. Promises and hopefuls. It's also 1 month and I'm not drastically changing my life. I just want you to know that. So let's not get unrealistic. Okay? Promises. 3 marketing Mondays. 11th, 18th. What was the other one? 11th, 18th, 25th. 25th. Okay, perfect. What else? 1 billion. Oh, we're going to do chatter job interviews. Chatter job interviews. We're bringing that back. It's always fun. We need to do it. Chatter job interviews. Become president. 100. Adopt 50 kids. That's what you want from me? To adopt 50 children? I would know. Listen, I think I might surprise people and I think I'm going to be a pretty good dad to 1 child. Maybe 2 if we go crazy. 50 children, I would be the worst father of all time. I would just give up. Ari's going to come back. We have 50 children and I'm playing Age of Empires, bro. It would be terrible. If you have 50 kids, they raise each other. Hold up. Low key, is he spitting? Wait a minute. Is he actually? Okay, we'll put it in the hopefuls. I'm not going to guarantee it, but adopt 50 children. That's a hopeful, right? I'm not going to rule it out. It works for Elon. He doesn't raise his kids. Thank you for the fucking Prime. Poez for the 2 months. Armor for the 14 months. Eating Brian's, thank you for the 11 months. Big A, excited for Chatter Job reviews. I want a villain share U.S. health insurance. Eating Brian's, if you would like to come on stream and defend U.S. health insurance, I'm happy to be mean to you. You have to be ready for it, bro. It's just not. I just want you to know it's a tough fucking perspective to take, and I don't. If you adopt enough children, you can run a clean coal mine, did you say? Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. I mean, even if you have 1 child, you should probably get them working in the mines because it's just good for a child's health and for their work ethic. Smallville episode every night you stream, please, Dink Dong. All right, this question has confirmed that I will not be doing this. Just in case I was on the... here, I'll make a promise. Promise not to watch Smallville every night I stream in August. That's a confirmed promise that I will keep. Okay? At very least, there will be some streams where I don't do it on purpose now because of that question. Okay. Kill 50 children. No, I mean, even if I did kill 50 children, it would be different children. Obviously not my kids. I'm adopting them. I'm going to adopt them. Is my Twitter still hacked? Wait, I thought I just did everything. God, so frustrating. No, I think I got it, right? I got it. Okay, we're actually fine. I thought, no, it's not still hacked. Okay. Another stream with Rachel and Blur. So I don't know if you know this. Pretty much like a month after that stream with Rachel and Blur, if you guys don't know, Rachel and Blur are friends of mine who were active daters on the dating apps. And they came onto my stream and they talked about dating life and the apps. Pretty much a month after that stream, maybe a few months, both of them got long-term relationships they're both still in today. Neither of which came from the apps, I think. I mean, I already revealed it, but Rachel's dating Pay because she met at my concert. Rachel drove me to my concert last year and then met Pay there, and then they're just still dating. She saw him get on stage and perform what do they call it when it's acoustic? He played acoustic Coffee Cow. And she fell for him. I don't know what to say. He played acoustic. He got on a stool, pulled out a guitar, and played acoustic Coffee Cow in front of an audience. And it's not nice to call people that. That's very nice. Hey, my chat's very acoustic sometimes. I think my chat is full of a lot of acousts. Chili stream? No. The chili Squeaks has ruined my enthusiasm for a chili stream because he stood me up. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like bad memories. It's like you have a bad date and you get stood up, and now it's like can't even. He stood me up, bro. I don't know what to do. I can't fucking. I guess I'll do another chili stream, but I need a guest. I would love to see if like Aiden or someone wants to go to Chili's and just fucking talk about life. We'll do a hopefuls. Chili's stream with a guest. Or Stanzy, dude. Me and Stans have good combos, but we've never found a... It's a great loss that I don't do enough content with Stans. I feel like me and him have a real vibe. Puzzle game? One puzzle game. One puzzle game. I don't even know if I should write this. One puzzle game. This is risky. This is risky. This is a risky thing. I shouldn't put it in promises. Peak stream. Here's the thing about Peak. I have decided that this month I would like to beat Peak. And I'm thinking maybe I do it by myself. Like maybe I just try to beat Peak by myself. Is that possible? Can you beat it solo? Because then I can just chat. I can yap and I can play Peak. Okay. I mean, maybe I'll pull in some. I'm not saying I won't have guests, but I want to play Peak. Like, I'll probably play it, fail. Next day, play it, fail. Next day, play it, and then eventually get it. That'd be fun. That way I can get better at Peak. That'd be fun. I have to talk about Peak today. Reminder, talk about Peak. Okay. How about one promise of a thumbnail stream? Let's return that to the thing. And that's not because I have to make a thumbnail tonight. Let's bring back the GOAT thumbnail streams! Yeah! Thumbnail stream! Holy, it's going to be huge. It's going to be fucking huge. Thumbnail streams, I missed those? Yes, dude. Real fans been waiting. Age of Empires. This is my fucking promise. Hit 1400 in Age of Empires this month, or get a tattoo that says I am bad at Age of Empires. I'm actually not kidding. I'm actually not. I need to fucking force myself. It's in the promises, dude. It's in the promises. I have to hit 1400, dude. I have to hit 1400. It's so frustrating to me that I'm not there yet. I think about the game all the time. Dude, listen, I've already told this story, but it is fucking insane how often I'm talking with the greatest Age of Empires player of all time. Me and Hera are messaging every day, and it's mostly him just fucking hyping me up to get better at this game. It's crazy how bad I am with this guy's. Actually, I'm not bad. I'm actually doing insanely good. I just beat a guy yesterday who's 1450. I got matched way higher than my rank, and he has 6,000 games. 6,000. I have like 200. 6,000 games. I beat him. I'm cracked, but game's so fucking hard. It's crazy. Hey, Dad, what do your tattoos mean? Well, this one's for Faker. You know him because he's still actively playing in the year 2045. And this one is because I fucking suck at Age of Empires. Okay, son? I'm bad at AoE knuckle tats. Bad at AoE. That's good. If I ever finish streaming and I need to go get a real fucking job again, that'll be really helpful. That'll be really fucking helpful. Are you getting a Luca tat if they win this year? I'm not getting a tattoo every time a team I like wins. I just want you to. It's not a default. I did it for Faker because of that massive T1 drought and because of my true belief in the team. That was misplaced that year, actually. Get to work DLC. I'm going to put it on hopeful. Not because I won't play it. I will play it this month. I'll play it this week probably. But I don't know if I'll beat it. It actually just looks fucking hard. It actually is hard from my testing. I didn't beat it in testing. So I'm going to play it, but I'm worried about my capability of beating it. This is very hard. This is very hard. Have you seen Wubby playing it a ton? Yes, sir. Wubby played it. Squeaks played it. Small Ant played it. A couple people played it. It's very. I mean, it's sick. I mean, I watched a bunch of it. I'm excited. But we're working on the next game now, or we're figuring that out. I got to see Isto when I was in Canada this past weekend. And let me say something about Canada. Wait, let's pause real quick and talk about Canada. Let's do a Canada interlude. Here's the deal. I went to Calgary, Canada, and I have some bad news that I need to dump on Canadians. It's not fucking different. It's not fucking different. It's not good or bad. It's not different, bro. It's fucking America. Or you could say America's like Canada. Canada's like America. I don't care what you want to call it. It's not different. I saw a Cybertruck. I saw 12 Ford F-150s. I saw a Burger King and a fucking, you know, it was just a regular city in America. That's just Alberta. I'm quite sure that you can split hairs and you can find a spot that's different. But I just want you to know that is like, it's one of the more populous places in Canada. And it was no different. It literally, if there wasn't Canadian flags every now and then, I would not have been able to tell you that it was a different place. That it was like I wasn't just in a, however, I need to be fair here. I need to be fair and balanced, like my favorite news website, Fox News. I need to be fair and balanced. I had a smoothie with a Spectacor one morning at a cafe. I don't get coffee, obviously, but I got a smoothie. And they, without me asking, put maple syrup in it. And I didn't know that till after I ordered it. And I thought, I'm going to hate this. I liked it. I liked it. All right. And that's all I'll just tell you. It came in, tasted pretty good. And for that, I give Canada a thumbs up. That was pretty good. You're a Canadian apologist. Yeah, I mean, I honestly had a good time. Got to see Spec. Had some good food or, whatever. But, another thing. Let me just lay it out on the fucking line. I came there as an ambassador for America, and then I felt like I was in America. Here's the problem. Poutine fucking sucks. Poutine, these fucking nuts in your mouth. Dude, poutine sucks. It's not a good invention. It's nasty. By the way, just the mere mentioning of cheese curds sounds gross. Just the idea. It's just curdled cheese. Cheese curd. It's nasty. It's a nasty device. Should not be a nationally praised food. Okay? So I'm just going to go say that that cheese curds no good, poutine no good, and French fries and cheese shouldn't even mix, first of all. And I just needs to be said. And I know that, like Christ, I'll be hated in my own time for bringing the truth. I know that much like Christ, some of you will try to crucify me for preaching the gospel of truth. And I won't apologize for it. I feel like I'm sort of, I don't want to sound arrogant in any way, but I am sort of a Christ-like figure for this take. And so I'm going to stand by it. It's a brave thing that I'm doing. Outside of that, I had a really good time in Canada. I went to the Calgary Zoo with Ari, and she had a good time. She got, you know, oh, here's one more thing. There's one sneaky thing I noticed that made Canada different from America. I was at the Calgary Zoo. I'm hungry for a snack. I go into the little snack shop there, and they sell me a cup of fresh vegetables and a tasty boba smoothie. The idea that you could get a cup of fresh vegetables in America it would never have happened. It shocked me. I thought for sure I would only be able to get fries and a hot dog or something, but they gave me a fucking, it was pretty tasty. It was pretty fucking tasty. And so I'll give you that, Canada. That was not bad. Bro bought the animal feed. Hey, Ethan A3, they were the 53 months. I appreciate that. Soy Trioc strikes again. I'm not soy, okay? I punched a couple Canadians in the mouth just to let you guys know that I was still strong. Attaboy. Yeah, so nothing. It was a pretty short trip, so I don't have any deeper Canadian stories to tell. Was there anything the airport was fine. It was fine. It was just so, I got the overwhelming sense that I was in like Texas or Ohio or something. It was just like a normal city. It was like it was trucks. It was strip malls. It was, there was nothing different. It was the same brands. To come to Toronto, little bro. I've been to Toronto, but Toronto's just like, I mean, Vancouver's just Seattle, and Toronto maybe it's its own thing. But if you're in Toronto, you automatically have to hang out with Drake, and that's not that cool anymore. So that's like a problem. Did you give Trudeau a fist bump while you were there? Yeah, I talked to Trudeau and his new love, Katy Perry. You know that's real? Trudeau and Katy Perry are now an item. That's real. And it's just funny that she saw the stairs. Yeah. she saw him fall down the stairs, do the stairs thing, and she was smitten. That's real. Katy Perry's an astronaut? That's confirmed. No, we were talking about it. I think we were just having a brunch conversation. I legitimately think they might be a perfect match because they both have been famous, but also hated so much by a huge amount of people. Like Katy Perry, ever since the astronaut thing, has gotten so much flack, and then Trudeau had like more than half the country having "fuck Trudeau" signs. I think they're the only ones that can understand each other. Brunch, we get it, you're rich. Is brunch a rich thing? What if you skip breakfast and skip lunch? Technically, you're saving money. Is brunch a rich thing? I feel like the word brunch is rich coded, but eating brunch is everything. Everyone does that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you eat the same meal at the same time, but don't call it brunch, it's not rich. But when you call it brunch, it sounds rich. I'll cop to that. Brunch means you're not working at 11 a.m. I guess that's fucking true. I know that's right. But it's a weekend thing. It was a Sunday brunch, bro. I'm not getting brunch on a Wednesday. Actually, I am. By the way, I am rich. I'm not trying to. This is not. You got me arguing that I'm not rich. I am rich, or I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is the word brunch is like you can have brunch on a weekend, and it's not a fucking rich thing. Yeah, I think brunch is more Sunday coded than rich code. I'm just defending brunch. If you feel like you're not, how would a rich person say this? Economically secure. And you want to eat a fucking crepe at 11, don't stop yourself. It's not a fucking unaffordable expense. or to have some eggs at 11:30. That's I'm feeling the need to eat you now. Flirt. Anyone else? He says as he sleeps on a mountain of gold. Like I'm fucking Smaug. I sleep on a mountain of gold. I have a fucking Scrooge McDuck style gold pit, and that's where I fucking... Atrioc, my girl hates chilies. What do I do? Please help. She's not your girl anymore, bro. Recognize it. It's never going to work out. Do you know what I'm saying, Ducky? Yeah, step one is to stop thinking of her as your girl. Your ex hates chilies. Start thinking about it like that. It's a mental battle, dude. Your ex hates chilies. That girl you used to know hates chilies. And now you've moved on to bigger and better things. It's a real red flag if she don't like chilies. That's all I'm saying. My long-term girlfriend gives me shit because I had chilies as our first date. Bro, what's wrong with chilies as a first date? It says you appreciate value. Okay? It says you want a good meal at a good price. You want a neighborhood-like, affordable, fun-friendly atmosphere without overpaying. Also, it worked. Long-term girlfriend, so... I don't think there's no problem with chilies, bro. Oh, you want me to say something crazy? I'm going to give you guys some... This is such an old game, I guess. It doesn't even matter anymore. Does anyone still do this? This is actually such an old game. This is Unk game. I don't even want to tell you guys anymore. I'll just tell you this is the most Unk game I can give you, okay? Never, ever, 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 ever first date movie. First date movie, disaster. First date movie is bad. Don't do movie first date. That's my Unk game, dude. First date movie is no talking. Within early minutes, even if you have dinner first, it's just not a... Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying... Well, it could be a movie... This sounds too forward too quickly, but it could be a movie that you're watching together outside of a theater. But movie theater first date is bad. I'm just telling you, that's bad. There's a better place to do it. Do something active. Go to mini golf. Dude, movie date is the biggest bait and the biggest waste of time. But what if you don't want to talk to or look at your date? Okay, let's get a couple caveats here. Let's say you are someone who really wants to see a movie and you have a date that will pay for the movie. Then it's actually a great first date because you get to go see a free movie. That's awesome. And then you just leave afterwards. In that situation, you've really, you've nailed it. But outside of that, if you're trying to make an impression, I would say first date movie is a disaster. I'm angling for the awkward hand job, brother. We are not the same. We are not the same because on a first date, you're angling for a hand job. That's your plan. You're pulling the popcorn out. Yeah, I don't think that's Chad. I think that's sex offender. I think that's gross. I think that's no good. What if I just get to know her during the movie out loud? So what are your hopes and fears during Tenet? The music fucking blaring. What? What do you think? Why are you studying that? Do you have any siblings? I think maybe this is also Unk game. But I feel like mini golf is like a goated date. A little active, there's something to do, but you're seeing each other, you're talking to each other, you're looking at each other. Yeah, I think mini golf's a good date. Mini golf plus dinner, that's the only thing is you got to be real competitive. You got to be real competitive, bro. You got to fucking like if she swings and she misses, that's a stroke. That's a stroke. I'm sorry. +1. Sorry. But you and like if she knocks into the water, reset. From the beginning. No, you don't get to put it down. Reset from the beginning. I don't make the rules. And then that way you're sitting off you're giving off, by the book provider energy. You're someone who really is going to follow the rules and go to the top. Yeah, you value law and order. I did mini golf with my ex. Now she's dating my best friend. He's a better golfer, bro. I don't know what to tell you. On the windmill, he chipped it in. I don't understand how to. There's no easy way to say this. It's just skill issue. It's a fucking skill issue. The rules don't say I can't bring my pitching wedge. Dude, bringing your own clubs to mini golf and pulling them out at a date is actually the fucking. You have a caddy? Oh, dude, just make her caddy. Don't even buy her the club and the ball. Just make her caddy while you try to break your record. She carries the clubs around. Give me my 5-iron. I'm gonna. Wait, that's actually a really good. That's a really good. People actually do that. I saw people bring their own mini golf clubs when I worked at one. That's fucking crazy. That's embarrassing. Don't bring your own clubs to mini golf. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you're like part of a group of people that are all competitive, I guess. But with strangers, that's crazy. Isn't it the same as someone who's bringing their own ball to bowling? I think bringing your own ball to bowling is a little bit different. Because bowling is more of a sport than mini golf. I think being a good bowler, it's a lost art. It's not really respected, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine to want to be good at bowling. Nobody should want an advantage in mini golf. I don't know how to say it. Mini golf is a game where the rules are you use the shitty club they give you, and it's part of the mini golf. The golf is already a sport. You can play golf, but mini golf is specifically like a party game. It's a mini game. I don't know how to say it, but it's a vibe thing. I bring my own fish to fishing. You show up to fishing with pre-caught fish, and then you put them on the end of your rod and throw it in the water, then pull it back out, and then show everyone what you caught. Respect, actually. I respect doing that. Pickleball. So this is why I'm unk-coded. I'm unk-coded because pickleball wasn't a thing when I was dating. But theoretically, pickleball is like the better mini golf now. Is that possible? I don't know about pickleball. But I feel like pickleball could be the new vibe. You can't really talk. Maybe not. You need 4 people. Not if you're under the age of 65. I thought pickleball was like a yuppie thing. I thought it was like young urban professional is pickleball. Am I crazy? It's not bad, but like, I mean, I don't think pickleball, I'm not praising it or hating it. I don't know much about it. I just know that pickleball vibes have picked up among like the white collar professional class. I know that. I know that that's true. I don't know what yuppie means, but it's like slur coded. People don't say yuppie anymore. Yuppie's like young or like someone who moves to the city and has a fucking email job. That's yuppie. What's the word for that now? They just call it laptop job? What do they call it? What do they call it? Tech bros, soy boys, finance bro. No, it's not. It's not bro. It's not finance bro or tech bro. Because you could have a. It's like if you worked HR at a bank, you would be a yuppie. It's a fucking. It's just like a. It's like a desk job. It's like an email job. It's like a. You make decent money. Usually have a college degree. You're working in a. Maybe nobody gets these jobs anymore because everyone's unemployed. Maybe this whole entire class of people doesn't exist in fucking high interest rate environment. Yeah, it's like white collar, but younger. It's like someone in their 20s or early 30s. They've moved to a city. They're paying more rent than they can afford, and they're working a job that's like professional coded. Yuppie. That's like I don't know a better word for it. The more you defend it, the weirder you sound. I'm not defending it's. What am I? I'm not defending it. I'm saying it exists, and I'm trying to put a word on it. It's just a thing that exists. It's a group of people. My God, dude. You're going to make me crash out, bro. Maybe it's not the hill to die. I'm not on a hill, and I'm not dying. How many tries would it take you to do Absolute Radiance on Radiant right now? Let's kick Atrioc August off right. Let's kick Atrioc August off right. Take bets. Can we get a bet going? Can we get a bet going? If it takes more than 10, I quit. If it takes more than 10, I quit. No audio? There's audio. It's just quiet. Okay. Absolute Radiance on Radiance. Take off the wedding ring for this one. I gotta lock in. Because I'm married to the game. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck! Oh. Ah! Ah! Oh, fuck. Fuck! Fuck! Ah! So fucking proud. Woo! Okay. Now it's the hard part. That was the best start I could have hoped for. Oh, shit. fucking... Oh. Oh, fuck! Whoa! Whoa! Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck. Whoa, 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 holy. Ooh, that was close. Can you imagine first try? Whoa. Whoa. I was schmoovin'. I was fucking schmoovin'. I was in the sauce. Bro, I can't fucking wait for Silk Song. Dude, come on already! Please! I'm begging you, Team Cherry! I'm begging you! Just release it! Fuck, dude! Just release it! Put the last half in DLC, I don't give a shit! Just release it! Release the list, dude! Would you guys rather have the Epstein list come out and name everyone involved undisputably, or Silk Song? Silk Song is not close. That's so funny. Dude, that's so... That's funny. What if, I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but what if the Epstein list and the Silk Song credits are the same list? I'm just saying, what is taking them so long? What is taking them so long, bro? What is taking them so fucking long? All right, one more attempt. I'm not gonna. Fuck. That might have been my best shot. That might have been my best shot, because I got the perfect start. When phase 2 and they spawn right on top of you. Ooh, I'm moving. I'm fucking moving. Why am I moving like a demon's whisper? Oh. Oh, shit. Let's go! Last time I checked, I'm still hot. Put that song on. All right, spawn on top of me. Spawn right here. Spawn right here. Spawn right here. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Holy fuck. What's happening? What's happening? Last time I checked, I'm still hot. Come on, baby. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Dude, what a... Oh, it's such a trap! Oh, it's such a trap, dude. That's a tough spawn. Oh, that's a tough spawn, bro. He comboed me. He put the fucking line and the... Oh, that's a tough spawn. Okay, I'm not going to even do 10. I think I'll do one more, and if we don't get it, we don't get it. It's not... I don't want to... I'll do one more. Why is he playing this? Why fucking not? It's Atrioc August, Code TV. One One more, and if we don't get it, we'll try tomorrow, you know? I don't want to do 10 of these either. Lock it. Lock it. Oh, fuck. Okay, gotta do one more. Gotta do one more. Gotta do one more. Gotta do one more. Dude, gotta do one more. Gotta do one more. Gotta do one more. Gots to do one more. You have to do one more. There's just no way you can't do one more. You gotta shake the rust off, you know? Dude, I wish I just did worse than the first one. If I did worse than the first one, I would have quit right now. But now I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Now I'm locked in. This is the hardest one. The 4 balls is the hardest one. Because they... Ah, fuck. Oh. He's spamming! He's spamming the 4 balls! Motherfucker! He's spamming! He's spamming it! Oh, god damn, dude. I hear him say... Okay, literally one more. Literally one more. You gotta keep trying, dude. What's it about? You gotta try. Last time I checked. Big dammy. Oh, fuck! What a dodge. Okay. Woo! Okay. You got full mana. Spawn here. Uh-oh, fuck. Stop spamming the 4 balls. Stop spamming the 4 balls. Come on. Yeah, come on. Stop spamming it! Oh, he's just spamming it. He's just spamming it. Dude. Spawn down here. Spawn down here. Dude, he's not spawning here. He's not spawning here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, come on! Dude, actually, that's some fucking bullshit. It spawned where oh god. God, dude. You have to do one more? I know, I kind of do. I low-key kind of do. Like, I low-key kind of do. Dude, I'm getting... That's RNG. RNGesus. Can't even see the future wash. I'm not going to do 10. I will stop at 10. Where are we at now? Like 6? Okay, it's over. 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 It's over after this one. It's over after this one. This is the last 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 one. I wasn't not even paying attention anymore. Now, there's too much out of game happening. The chat's on my mind, not the game. I need to lock in. I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not gonna say a word. Tighten up. I'm not gonna say a word. Focus. Spamming motherfucker. How's that for a word? Oh! Oh, fuck! He's cracked! I should have said a word. All right, we're done. 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 That was cracked, though. That was fucking cracked. That was fucking cracked. That was like the only way to survive. I had to fucking bounce off the... Okay. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for bringing that up. We'll do it again tomorrow, probably. We'll do it again tomorrow. I spent $250,000 believing in you. Where did that get me? Do you mean $250,000 or do you mean 250,000 Atrioc coin? Just want to know the difference because one of them is a fictional currency. Dollars? Well, I would be more sad to have lost the Atrioc coin. I would be more sad to have lost the Atrioc coin. Losing dollars is nothing. That's being printed by the government. It's useless. Atrioc coin has real functional value. If you lose Atrioc coin, yeah, you are fucked. Sorry, but you are screwed. You need that for your family and for your future. But dollars, it's a fugazi. Atrioc coin is backed by the gold standard. It is backed by me, and I have gold. So it is sort of the, yeah, you could say yes. Yeah, it's my gold standard. Clancyville standard. I'm meeting Dan Clancy in person on next Wednesday. I'm going to meet Dan Clancy. Let's put that on the list. Let's get back to this Atrioc August. Okay. Confront Dan Clancy on his mega city. Okay. 100% gonna do that. That's gotta be on there. Beat. I'll just do this. Beat Absolute Radiance on Radiant on stream. Let's do that. That was a fun little segment. We'll try it again. You should check out Mage Arena for a one-off stream. Play 9 Souls. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm waiting for Silksong. I'm waiting for Silksong. It will happen this year. It'll release this year. And we're just going to fucking do that. It's not Copium. It's not Copium. What about that game of Spectre? What is a Spectre playing? Play Mage Arena with Squeaks? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Mage Arena? What is Mage Arena? Mage Arena. Mage Arena is an incredible game.
Holy shit, that gave me a heart attack.
Oi! Who the fuck? Greetings, mage.
It's talking to
He
me.
gave me a heart attack. Wait, what am I supposed to do?
I have to take the
Scroll.
flag up. Light the brazier.
Oh, I need to.
Good. Whoa, what was all recipe list? A frog spear. That's a crafting table. That. Oh, fireball. Yes, it works.
Fireball.
It actually worked.
So you learn mage spells? It's PvP with voice activated spells. Oh, that's kind of fire. Wait, I could do that. Prox chat mage combat with audio cue spells. That actually sounds pretty fun. Wait, let's ask the group. Let's ask the group. I'll set it up. We'll get the Peak group. Where it's Stands, Lud, Squeaks. Dude, I don't remember the name of the fucking group. He called it something like Epstein List or something. What is it fucking called? What is the Dude, Discord group chats are fucking stupid. You can never find the one you want. Okay, I did it. I just asked. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Let me, sometimes you guys say the opposite of what I'm going to do. So what if I say I'm going to go do cocaine? Will that make you say something different? I have to blow my nose, but if I say it's cocaine, will you not spam me up coke? Seems like you guys didn't change the tone. Namaste. I wanted to talk about something today. It's actually related to Peak, which I wanted to play. I wanted to talk about Peak, and I want to pull it up. Okay? Because I really enjoyed playing the video game Peak. It was fun. I played it with Squeaks, Lud, and Stans. We had a great time. I wasn't very good at it, but I wanted to play it more. It was a good game. And it's a small team, and they have developed a smash hit. It is doing really well on Steam. They've sold hundreds of thousands of copies. And then I realized there's a much better version I can play called Cliff, which is an AI-generated slop image of a game that is made in Roblox. Cliff just came out, and it's a Roblox copy where they just one-to-one stole the mechanic of the game, ported it quickly into Roblox, made a fucking slop AI thing on it, and then they got 167,000 players active at one time. And they added microtransactions. And I want to talk about this because I think it's a really interesting discussion. And this is one of the most recent examples of like an indie dev actually getting hurt by it. The previous example of an indie dev, a really hardworking indie dev, did you see some getting hurt by this is the hard-working developer of Get to Work. Bro, it's a copy. It's like the same first room. Roller Skate Obby. Roller Skate Obby. Low-key Peak. Oh, boy. Do you guys think it's okay to sue a fourth grader into oblivion. Do you think it's morally okay to hire the best lawyers money can buy to try and financially ruin a child's life? Is that all right? It's good, actually? Okay, good. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to send... And it's been a few months, and don't worry, I did do this. Little Timmy is serving time in a debtor's prison, and his life is ruined. Like, we did get that done, don't get me wrong. But the truth is, for a developer... it does kind of suck to see your game actually ripped off 1-to-1. I mean, this game is literally, it has the same level layout as Get to Work. They stole it 1-to-1 and they threw it in a better distribution platform. Again, there's a ton of people that only use the Roblox platform, and they get to add microtransactions and make money off of your concept. So it's, what I would say is it feels kind of bullshit. But in the case of Peak, in the case of Get to Work, I didn't really care because I figure it's like kind of an ad for the game among Roblox people. I can see the upsides occasionally. I guess the larger question here is, if someone does care, like for example, the Peak devs, who literally said they would rather you pirate our game than play this microtransaction riddled Slop knockoff, which is fire, by the way, which is fucking fire. If they do care, it's kind of fucked. There's nothing they can do about it. And so I wanted to bring up this discussion because, and I even thought about going a different way with it because I didn't personally care a lot for Get to Work. I thought about making a clip where I'm saying like, who cares, man? It's like letting a younger person play the game and learn about it. But to be real, it's actually kind of fucked up. And like, it feels wrong in my stomach to have somebody design it and create something new and then have it instantly ripped off and they can't do anything about it. And someone else is making all the money off the IP. Roblox is making half and the developer of Roblox is making the other half. It just feels shitty. It feels like weird and shitty. And it's happening more and more because so many players are captured in the Roblox or Fortnite, slop chamber. That is just where they spend all their time. They're all time in Roblox or all time in Fortnite, and they're not going to leave. And so somebody can just steal your shit, put it in there, and make money. I don't know. I don't know what I think about it. And I wanted to get some thoughts. Roblox has been like this for years. I've talked about it for years. I probably have a video from years ago talking about it. But it's just becoming more and more problematic because they're not ripping off like a AAA title. They're just ripping off brand new indie games that are coming up with new mechanics and things that like are cool. And then a huge chunk of players are only able to play it through some other person ripping it off. And when you really look into it, I mean, I talked about this 3 years ago, actually. I remember talking about the video specifically where we said it's not well known enough among big game devs how much of Roblox is just content theft. Like, if they didn't have it, it would be 10% as big. If Roblox did not have the content theft, it would be 10% the size. And also adding microtransactions is kind of a fuck thing to do in general. I think in the next few years there's going to be a great Roblox purge. Maybe. I'm not sure. I play Roblox games since my PC is not made for gaming and it's not on Xbox. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of children play it because they don't have a gaming PC or whatever. They can't. I understand. I do understand. And for a while when it was only kids, I can almost write it off as like, it's this walled garden but the truth is the average age of a Roblox player is getting older. It's like getting significantly older. Everyone that grew up with Roblox is still playing. It's like weird. They're not enough of them are churning out. I think it passed 18. So like Roblox is just becoming a platform. It's like if every indie dev could only release their game on Epic Games, and then the next day someone would steal it and put it on Steam. for a certain chunk of the audience, that's what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? And they get all the money. It just feels, it feels weird. What is average age of Roblox player? Roblox distribution by age group. Let's see if we can find it. I saw this piece that was about Roblox is aging up. Is this the image? 48% of American teens regularly play Roblox. That's fucking crazy. I mean, based on a survey, but I do know that the stats are people that played it when they were like 10 are still playing it when they're 14, 15, 6. Like they're aging up with it. I mean, it's similar to what happened with like YouTube. People that grew up with YouTube, they didn't like age out and then go start watching HBO. They just kept watching YouTube. They just grew up with it. That's what they did. It's just a new thing. And so it's happening with Roblox. But you don't have a lot of tools at your disposal if you wanted to take this down. All they did was steal everything, call it Cliff instead of Peak, throw in money, and the developers can't do anything about it. They can't stop it. It just feels weird, man. It just feels odd. I don't know. I guess if I'm thinking about a world where you can't do anything about it, what you would have to do is make your own Roblox version of your game first. You'd have to launch your game with a Roblox port. But it just feels fucked up. It feels fucked up. The Peak devs literally said they'd rather people pirate their game than play that Roblox one. Damn, thank you for that contribution. That's fucking awesome. Holy fuck, I didn't hear that. Is that true? They said that? That's sick, bro. Appreciate you telling me that. Be nice. I said it fucking 1 minute ago. 1 minute ago. I'm not going to be nice. It was on screen 1 minute ago. And these guys coming in. They could be deaf. It was on screen. Can you explain why you can't do anything? Does copyright not apply? That's my understanding. I mean, again, I guess it's hard to enforce, but what are you going to do? You can do a lawsuit? They just won't respond to your takedown request. Again, this game is called Cliff. Why can Peak sue them if this game is called Cliff? It's a different game. You don't own the right to a... It's just... But it's so obvious what's happening. It's so obvious. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels wrong. Even if by every letter of the law it's okay and they remade it and it's inspired by the same thing, I fully understand that. It just feels fucked up. And especially to add microtransactions on top of it. It just feels fucked up. I don't know what to say. Roblox's TOS should disallow this. That's the problem. Is Roblox has profited for so long on looking the other way. Roblox is very aware of how they make their money. They're very aware. So they have to claim ignorance. They have to constantly be like, we don't know what's going on. People are making things we don't know. And they have to find ways, because if actual IP theft was cracked down on the Roblox world, they would have no content. It would be outside of, and this is like the biggest hit on Roblox right now. I looked it up today. This is the biggest hit in Roblox right now. Do you know what it is? It's not Grow a Garden, even though it's massive. It's
every single new brain rot inside of Roblox Deal.
A game called Steal a Brain Rot. Everyone's playing Steal a Brain Rot.
Brain rot.
That's right, this brand new update added stuff like a new bubblegum machine, which gives the bubblegum mutation, a brand new secret brain rot, and even an admin-only brain rot.
And by the end of this video, we're gonna be unlocking and stealing all of this crazy brand new stuff with the help of the owner of the game, server luck, and even more. So smash the like button and hit subscribe. And Dingus, there's so much stuff going on right now. Let's see what we can unlock. But all right, I think the update is happening literally as we speak. The bubblegum machine is now activated. Bro, what?
It's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. And I looked at it, and every one of these videos where they're just stealing the latest brain rot has 5 million views. And all they do is grab a different brain rot and go, oh, I got this brain rot. And they walk around this fucking flat Lego-looking thing and go like, look at my house. And the house is exactly the same. It's fucking crazy. Now, I'm not saying that kids fucking should be watching Breaking Bad. But it just feels so rotten to the core, dude. It feels so bad. I don't know. I don't know how to get around it. Hit play. I was watching that. I'd rather my children learn how to cook meth than play this. But anyway, at least Steal a Brain Rot is apparently an original idea for Roblox, and that's a hit. But the rest of them, so many of them being stolen, just sits wrong with me. So I want to hear what people think. I wanted to ask. I feel like I stand with the Peak devs in this situation, where it's just like, and I guess they're fine. The game's doing really well either way. Peak Steam charts. How's it doing on? Yeah, they have fucking 59,000 playing right now. They're doing incredible. Peak is crushing, but it does feel weird to have someone insta rip off the full thing, like right after. That's just a hot take, bro. This the thing is, I thought about doing a hot take, but honestly, this is what I feel. All right, Z Gillard, I'm not here to fucking make something up that I don't believe and shout. I want to say what I actually believe. This is what I believe. I thought about doing a video where I'm like, it's not fine. It's fine. Who cares? But I honestly think it feels kind of gross. It just feels lame. It feels like a symptom of a problem. And the world it leads towards is that a world where the majority of the gains for coming up with something new and cool accrue to Roblox, Fortnite, or Steam. Just the platforms. Nobody making the thing is getting the majority of the games. I think that feels lame. It feels gross. Doesn't Roblox take an absurd percentage of the profits? Yeah, that's why they don't crack down on this stuff. Roblox makes a ton of money off this. Do you feel like there's a difference between this and Pokemon ROM hacks that don't change much? I do. I mean, for me, the thing that felt so gross about this is the microtransactions, for sure. Adding that on top makes it less of a fan project and more of like, I see what you're doing is working. I'm going to steal it directly and then take advantage of the fact that Roblox is a captured audience. It feels more predatory and less of like, this is a fan making something. Pokemon ROM hacks, they don't profit off of it anyway. Do you think what's happening in Roblox is much different from Warcraft 3 custom games? Again, I think what's unique about Roblox and why I think it's worth having this discussion is the scale. People have always done some variants of this, but now that there's so much money to be made and there's such a big audience of people who are captured by this platform for years, they're just never leaving Roblox. It now makes it so, it just becomes industrial scale. It becomes like every good new idea that you make to start your indie dev business will get stolen and will be profited off of by someone else. It's no longer like it happens here and there, but they don't make money off it. It's now like it's going to happen every time, and they're going to make a lot of money off of it. There's going to be a team of Roblox developers that are going to work instantly to recreate your game. And I think that is lame. I think that's like not cool. Why don't people just make a knockoff version of Roblox inside Roblox? Gotta think big to beat the system, beat them at their own game. Interesting. Make a version of Roblox inside Roblox that has a store that has knockoff Roblox games. Oh my God. Put Roblox in Fortnite. That's a good idea. So you can steal everything Roblox has, but in Fortnite. Or put Fortnite in Roblox, which already exists probably. I guess what the Peak developer should do is find the most popular Roblox games, like Steal a Brain Rot, and then make Steam versions. They should just steal the fucking biggest Roblox game and make a fucking Unreal Engine 5 Steam version. Fight fire with fire. It's an arms race. I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining. I don't know what much can be done about it. It's difficult. And I guess we have to just adapt to this world that it exists. I guess it just feels... I think this Peak example just felt so wrong that I wanted to bring it up. Currently vibe coding a Steam version of Cliff. For the real Cliff heads who don't want to play Peak. They want it to be Cliff. They don't like it without the microtransactions. Could developers bring a class action lawsuit against Roblox? Maybe, but I think they're wary of it. Most people are wary of lawsuits. They're expensive and slow, and Roblox has infinite money. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. It's just tough. It's a tough business. Is the Cliff knockoff actually making money? Yes. Yes, it is. It has a huge player base. It had like 160,000 people playing or something. The Steam version had 50,000, just to be clear. The Steam version, which is crushing, had 50K playing at the same time as the Roblox one at 160K. So you know what I'm saying? Do you understand how that feels? Just feels wrong. Feels wrong. Couldn't the indie devs make the Roblox ripoff first so they get 50% of the profit? It's possible. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. The indie devs could make their own version of their game in Roblox and release it same time with their Steam version. But the problem is being a Roblox dev is a very specific skill set. And they have crack teams of Roblox devs ready to rip shit off. So you'd have to hire them. It's like a lot of extra work for, you don't even know if it's going to be a hit. It's like saying Weird Al is a thief and talentless. I don't think it's like that. I do think it's different. I understand there's a lot of hairs you can split on this. And I understand there's things that I would be okay with. Like, a Warcraft 3 custom game about Game of Thrones or whatever is fine. But a game that just released that is having success, getting 1-to-1 ripped off plus microtransactions in a different platform instantly. And it's it's not even, I don't know. Also, yeah, worth noting that Weird Al asked permission. It's one of those, you know it if you see it type things. It just feels wrong. All right. I don't know how to say it. It just feels wrong. It feels like a bad system. It feels like a system where people can't do anything about it because Roblox is powerful. Roblox is rich and powerful. And so nobody can do anything about it. They can't bully them around, or they get bullied, but it just sucks. It just feels like it's shit. It feels like it'd be better if it couldn't happen. Isn't making any game a lot of work for something that might be a hit? Yeah, I mean, yeah, for an indie dev, it would be tough to make a Roblox version of your game. That's for sure. I think eventually Roblox will get clapped up for it. All the app stores have systems in place for like this. Do they? I know app stores have something, but like, isn't everything on the app store ripped off if it's successful? I don't know. It's possible. I'm saying it's possible that Roblox could be taken to task for this. Maybe if enough big devs get their shit ripped off. But is there Balatro in Roblox? Balatro? Maybe. I'm not a Roblox head. I don't know. I'm not a Roblox head. But I do know the largest cohort of Roblox players is 17 to 24 now. And 1/5 of all Roblox players are over 25 years old. So it's now just a fucking... It's now just become a platform. And when it's that big and it's not just kids, it just feels weird to have a free version of your game with microtransactions that go to somewhere else. Instantly ripped off. It just sucks. It's not like it's hidden anymore. It's not like you can be like, well, at least it just feels, it gives me an ick, is what I'll say. It gives me an ick. Some guy remade Balatro and Roblox, gloating about it on Reddit. Wait, what is this? He's gloating? I'm remaking Balatro in Roblox on our Roblox. Damn, dude, you might be the actual GOAT. It's almost like you took a big spoon and scooped up a soup of developing talent. Basically pirating. I mean, look, it's just the game. It's just the fucking game. Look at this. Bro, they just stole the game. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. It's the same assets, probably the same music. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's fucked up, bro. I'll say it. I don't fucking care if it's a cold take or a hot take or whatever. I think it's fucked up. I think it's lame. And I think, like most lame things, it's not a big deal until it is. I don't know how to put it. Like, Roblox was not big enough with people under 13 for it to matter, but now it is. And now it's like, oh, this is just a platform for your shit to get stolen by your exact target audience. Yeah, slower than all at once. Yeah, exactly. It's like funny, and then now it's not so funny. And I think Roblox is growing. It's only going to get worse. Roblox and Fortnite are both growing, and they both thrive on this shit. And you know, I guess what I was trying to get at earlier, and this is the last thing I'll say on this, is like, it snowballs because once it hits a certain big enough point, people go, wait a minute, there's real money to be made here. And then it becomes industrialized. Then it becomes just consistent. It's every single time it'll be ripped off instantly. There'll be a race for it. And they're going to put, that's we're at the phase we're at now, I think. Okay, what else? I just want to talk about that. I don't know if there was anything I really want to say. I guess I could show. Let me see. Cliff Roblox game. I just want to see. What it looks like. You know? And I also want to point out, there's such a difference between, like, you know, a climbing game with friends. I'm inspired by the mechanics of that or whatever. But this is the game. This is literally the game. Like, they copy it exactly. They copy the aesthetic choices and they copy the it's not like an inspiration thing. It's you've done the work of figuring out how to make your lobby look like this and like what you're going to do and how to make the game feel cohesive. And then we're going to steal it. I mean, I thought it was the same game, but then I found out that you can buy a rainbow apple for real money. And that's not in Peak. So, if anything, this is the real game, and Peak is a fucking trash knockoff. Since I can buy an item, since I can throw real money at pay-to-win strategies, that makes the game better. I feel like there's no way you couldn't put the two games side by side in front of the jury and win the case. Yeah, I just think that the ability of an indie dev to get a court case heard and set up for this and have it worth their time, it's going to be expensive and that's the problem is you can't. And normally, you know, on a real platform like the App Store, for example, there's some methods you can use as a dev to be like, hey, this is my shit. This is a ripoff. Get it taken down. And the App Store will do that. Steam would do that. But Roblox relies on it, so they don't do that. They just kind of ignore it. If you're big and powerful enough like Nintendo, you can do it, but it's very hard unless there's public attention. So, how come they haven't got hit by a big lawsuit? Again, I made a video like 3 years ago where I talked about the early stages of this, and my prediction was there would be a big lawsuit. But I think Roblox has done what, like what Uber did with labor laws. You just ignore them until you're big enough, and then no one can really sue you because you're too powerful. You know what I'm saying? I feel like nobody, not even EA. You know, Roblox is worth more than EA, I actually think. Let me make sure. I think by market cap, Roblox is 88 billion. EA is 40 billion. So like EA is the biggest AAA developer in the West. They're not even close. Do you know what I'm saying? Nobody has the strength anymore to even stand up to Roblox. All these AAA devs have been fucking wiped out by forever games like Roblox and Fortnite. Roblox has worked with developers of games to get copies taken down. This is correct, but it's only Nintendo and a few really big devs where there's like a threat. Roblox feels like it's not worth it. But for an indie dev, your chances are nil. Oh, here's another example. Wait, this is a great thing on the subject. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up. Let's pull this up. Guerrilla Games, because they have the powerful Sony behind them, was able to do a lawsuit against Tencent. Tencent, one of the biggest companies on earth. Because Tencent asked for the rights to Horizon Zero Dawn so they could make a mobile version of it. And Horizon Zero Dawn team said no. And so Tencent said, okay, we're going to make Light of Mortaram. And it's suspiciously fucking similar. Okay? It's suspiciously similar. Now, I want to be clear here that, again, Sony is still punching above its weight class. You think Sony's a big company, but Sony's like 1/5 or 1/6 the size of Tencent. So there's just a situation where, like, the bigger players in gaming are just ignoring your ability to have any ownership of your IP. They just don't care. They're just saying, what are you going to do about it? If you have a good idea, it's ours now. And it was like slightly a problem before, and I think it's becoming a real problem. So I wanted to bring it up. Tencent market cap. Oh, I'm sorry. I was way off. I think it, oh, I'm sorry. That's not in USD. It was, Tencent is 6 times as large as Sony. Not 4, 6. So hopefully Sony wins this. I never thought I'd pray for Sony to win a lawsuit, but I hope they win this lawsuit. It's fucked up. It's fucked up to do that. I think when it goes beyond inspiration to when you want the person who sees this ad to know what it is. You want someone who sees to be like, oh, it's Horizon Zero Dawn, wink. You want them to do that. What you're doing is obvious. You want to give off the signal that this is that game. That's fucked up. You're not trying to make your own thing. Serious question. I get that it sucks to have your game stolen, but wouldn't it be a win for consumers since abandoned IPs can get yoinked and made into essentially new games, or just give people more options to choose from similar games? Again, I think it's a gray area, man. Like, for example, Pokemon hasn't made a good Pokemon game in fucking 20 years. Feels like, it's always the same thing. And so the Pokemon ROM community have taken it upon themselves to make really cool, passionate projects. And I would hate to have something be used to stop that. However, those are not for profit. It's the first thing that I want to say is that because those are not for profit, there's much less worry. That is a fan-made project for other fans. And the fact that there's not profit prevents it from becoming too big of a problem. Because there's not an industrial effort to rip off Pokemon shit and put it out there because they can't make any money off of it. So that's one thing I want to say is I think that's a big line. But the second thing is some of it just comes down to sheer size. Once it gets so big, it's no longer cutesy. I don't know how to say it. I wish I had a hard and fast rule, but it's like when it's smaller, it feels fine. It's like it's not a big deal. Don't. But once it's bigger than your game, once Peak comes out and then has 3x the players on Roblox, it feels not cutesy anymore. It feels like, it feels whack. They took the exact things we designed, they replicated it in a different platform, and then they out-competed it. So again, that's why I'm making this as a discussion and as a clip, is I want to hear more thoughts on it, but I wish more people talked about it, because I think it sucks, and I think it's worth calling out. If enough people call it out, maybe something will change. Is it okay for something to be similar if it's parody, though? I'll give you an example. Again, we talked about this on the podcast, actually. There was a case. I know. There was a Supreme Court case in 1964, and it was about whether something was too obscene to be shown on TV. And basically, the Supreme Court said, if we try to write down the exact specific rules, everyone's going to game it. So what we're going to do is we know it when we see it. You know it when you see it. Now, for that specific case, I don't know how that made sense. Like, things changed over the time. But I just want you to understand that, like, finding a specific line on things like this is very hard. And what you really want is for a reasonable person to know it when they see it. That's what you want. You want a reasonable person to know when they see it. And I think most reasonable people, when they see this Peak knockoff, they just know that whatever invisible line there is, it crossed it. Whatever line there is, it crossed it. So that's where we can get closer to figuring out what the line actually is. And that's what I feel about in this situation. It just feels, yucky. I'm an intellectual property lawyer, and Roblox will get a ton of leeway because of DMCA safe harbor provisions. As long as Roblox themselves aren't publishing it and user-generated, they're very unlikely to get... Yeah, I understand how it works. I understand how they've gotten away with it. I understand the whole thing. I mean, I understand how this similar system is what Twitch allows Twitch to look the other way when I watch Smallville. Do you know what I'm saying? Twitch doesn't care that I watch Smallville. They only care if the Smallville copyright owner cares because of safe harbor. They can just, it's user generated. It's our streamers are doing things. I understand that. That's why I'm talking about a certain sense of scale, the industrial aspect of it, the adding of microtransactions. I'm just pointing out that Roblox is getting so big that it's becoming an industrial level problem. And yeah, and I think it's worth noting that, like, Roblox doesn't care. Roblox actively is dragging its feet. If the Smallville copyright owner wanted to shut me down, they could and would, and Twitch would respond instantly. But they don't care, so nobody cares. But Roblox, if you ask, they drag their feet, bro. They'll do whatever they can to not take it down unless you're really, really big. Yeah, I mean, Roblox also has a problem with pedophilia they're not really addressing, so I guess it's a two-tiered system. They gotta prioritize. Let's get to the office, a game about climbing the corporate ladder on a skateboard. Big Fish Loader, I don't know how to tell you that this conversation started off with this already having happened. And we watched a video of this happening in Roblox. They already made the game. We watched it. It was not that long ago in this very stream. You know it when you see it as pluses and minuses? Oh, 100%. You know it when you see it is the best possible system if you have a really reasonable, informed judge. It's like most laws. If you have a really good, high trust society, good humans involved, then you want the laws to be vague so that they cannot be gamed and it can be applied. And then if you have a low trust society, the rules have to be written very specifically because otherwise, because you can't trust anyone. But it's rare, it's tough. It's interesting. Anyway, that's the discussion on that. I had some interesting things I did want to watch that I wanted to watch with chat. Yeah, there was a Casually Explained. Casually Explained.
I know.
Casually Explained Billionaires. Let's have him explain Billionaires to us casually.
This video
Sponsored by Incogni.
video is brought to you by Incognito. Now, the difference between an average person and a billionaire is essentially zero. Unfortunately, about 9 of them. Nevertheless, if you're a regular person, you walk around the same streets as both the Riff, the RAF, and professionals all the same. You probably know people who still live at home, friends slumming it with roommates, couples sharing a 2-bedroom, and high earners with a single family home, a dog, 2 kids, and the white picket fence. Giving you a decent perspective of life for the average person. But when you're so rich that money basically doesn't matter, everything changes completely. One unavoidable characteristic of becoming a billionaire is that you end up in such an isolated social circle that you often cease to relate to the common person, and your life becomes unrecognizable. For this reason, billionaires actually have more in common.
I mean, he's probably going to talk about this. This is more of a comedy video, but I do want to bring it up. There's a book that I talked about on stream called As Gods Among Us, A History of the Rich in the West. And it talks about the mega rich in different eras of time. And Among Us, by the way, Among Us, yes. They're saying they're sus. And As Gods Among Men, I'm sorry, I didn't even say Among Us is in my brain rot. And basically what it said was, in previous eras, a wealthy person in an area would have an unspoken social contract, which is that they are making more money than everyone else, but they are returning some of that to the area they live in terms of like beautification. They're building libraries. They're donating to schools. It's going back in, and it's not because they're fucking more altruistic. It was because they wanted to live in not a shithole. It's like they felt, I'll give you an example. The richest person in America in like the FDR times was Getty, I believe. John Paul Getty. He was the richest person in America. And he built Getty museums and Getty libraries and had paid higher taxes. And it was all part of this thing where Getty Images, right? Yeah, okay. So that guy had a connection to his work because he, as rich as he was and out of touch as he was, he felt like he was an American. He felt an obligation to the city he lived in and the country he lived in because he wanted it to be good. What this book pointed out is, over the past few decades, the invention of luxury private jet travel and international banking has made it so the super rich no longer see themselves as a citizen of one country or one city. They see themselves as part of a global elite that can country hop with ease, and they don't care about the place that they live specifically. They can go anywhere. And so they no longer feel any obligation to invest in the area they live to make it better. If the place they're in sucks, they just move. For example, a ton of millionaires and billionaires are fleeing the UK right now. They've sucked everything they can out of the UK. The UK is in a collapsing state, and they're just leaving. They're not going to stick around and pay higher taxes or try to fix it. They're just going to leave. And that is the dangerous spot we find ourselves in with the new era. Where they can no longer be tied to one location. So that's, I'm sure the video might mention something adjacent to that, but I wanted to bring it up because the book was very interesting to me.
With the homeless than they do with most people. Doesn't pay taxes, undiagnosed mental illness, on the kind of drugs you don't even know how to get, and never even heard of the Epstein files. Now, it's natural to look at your life where you work 40 hours a week for just enough to scrape by and think, how does someone even get to be a billionaire in the first place? It's really pretty simple. At some point or another, we've all had the genius thought, what if 1 million people just gave me $1? It would barely inconvenience them, but then I would have $1 million. While most of us stop at this fantasy, impressed by our own raw ingenuity, some people throughout history have gone further, extrapolated on this scheme, and invented what is known today as a business. As an example, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph thought, what if you give me $16 every month and I mail you Shrek 2 on DVD?
That's a good business.
Easy $6.5 billion. Elon Musk said, what if you give me $8,000 and I pretend to give you a self-driving car every year for the next decade? Richest man on earth. Mark Zuckerberg.
Bro. Okay, also worth mentioning, Elon Musk got his $30 billion pay package. It happened. And the reason they gave it to him is so embarrassing, bro. It's so embarrassing. They awarded him $30 billion of shares to energize and focus him. Look at this line here. Following lackluster results last month, Elon Musk renewed his threat to leave Tesla. Elon Musk is the only person in the world who has developed a job where he does bad to get paid more. Can you imagine doing a shitty job and then being getting and it's worth mentioning. Again, I talk about this in the pod, so I don't want to get all my talking points, but Tesla, can you guys guess what Tesla's profit was last year? Don't Google it. Guess it. What do you think Tesla's overall profit was in 2024? All right, you're Googling it. So the answer is no, it's $7 billion. $7 billion. $7 billion. And this is one of their better years. 2023 was slightly higher, but before that, it was way down. And so, and many years were not profitable. So if you add up all of Tesla's profit ever, it's around this. That means all the money Tesla has ever made is going in to Elon Musk's pay package now. And as they approach, I mean, they just had the result. And I did a presentation on Tesla that did pretty well. Highest viewed video I had ever had. And in that presentation, I talked about how Tesla sales are down in every country except the UK. Well, I just want to bring up a quick update from today that I was reading. Even the UK is fucked, dude. Even the UK. 60% plummet while BYD is thriving. So to look at that and be like, oh, the problem is we're not paying the world's richest man enough. We need to give him all the money we've ever made to motivate him to turn this company around when he's the fucking problem. It's crazy. It's absurd. It's loco. So I just wanted to, I wanted to talk about that because it's fucking wild, dude. It's fucking wild.
And I pretend to give you a self-driving car every year for the next decade. Richest man on earth. Mark Zuckerberg said, what if I give you an app that collects all of your personal information in a giant database that I own, and you give me a heat lamp and a bowl of grasshoppers? To really drive home how much wealth billionaires have, when someone says they're a billionaire, they're one of only 800 people in the United States. In contrast, if someone says they're a millionaire, it means they have a house. Well, politically, it's commonplace for progressives to hate billionaires
especially
because
in California,
they epitomize.
bro. If someone in California says they're a millionaire, what is that? You got a shack. You have a shack. You own a shack. Good for you.
Late-stage capitalism. I don't make fun of billionaires because I have an ideological bone to pick. I make fun of them because they're really fucking weird. Recently, Peter Thiel, a tech billionaire and right-wing ideas guy, appeared on a podcast and was asked if he thought the human race should survive. He then stammered over the question for 15 seconds before reluctantly answering with the classic, yes, but. Now, I'm no expert in media training, but as I frequently...
Wait, I said the same thing. Well, that's exactly what I said live. I said the media training joke. That's what I said. I said, like, I'm not a media training expert, but if someone says, are you the Antichrist? Just say no. Just open with no. Don't go, Don't, don't say what we do. That's just say no. It's very simple.
Tell Putin, Hamas, and Benjamin Netanyahu on our weekly Zoom meetings, the correct answer to human rights questions is always to say yes right away, and only reveal later that you had your fingers crossed out of frame.
Yep.
Billionaires like Thiel are almost alarmingly out of touch with how to communicate with the general public, because even though he can understand a regular person's life conceptually, he can't relate to them on a personal level. For example, I get really hot at night when I go to bed, so I like to turn the temperature way down. Whereas Thiel prefers to sleep in a deep freezer, he lays down like a sarcophagus. Now, the good news is that not all billionaires base their whole personality on World of Warcraft expansions and name their company after the magic rock Sauron used to corrupt weak minds and manipulate their will.
I was reading an interview with Peter Thiel where
Name their company after...
where they ask him about Lord of the Rings and his eyes light up. And then he starts talking about elves in Lord of the Rings and how it's crazy. How ever since he saw the movie, he's been obsessed with the fact that human beings could be more like elves. We could live forever, and it's just like, it just makes you fully realize that these people are just the weirdest person you know. They just happen to be rich. It's not like it's it's just the Redditor, you know. It's just that they're not magically. This guy is a fucking super nerd.
The magic rock Sauron used to corrupt weak minds and manipulate their will. Warren Buffett, for example, has not only pledged all of his wealth to charity after he dies, but he also still lives a very humble life in his house in Omaha that he bought in 1958 using the change he picked up off the ground. Nevertheless, most billionaires don't do much to shake off the public image that their whole existence is just about lording over their minimum wage warehouse workers as they Zillow the next 2,000 hectares of farmland to buy, sip their cognac, and mutter to their Siamese cat what pleasure it brings them to see
The real thing they buy is Hawaiian land. Every billionaire owns like a Hawaiian island now. I'm surprised there's any left. I saw a breakdown of like how many, like every one of those little islands around Hawaii is owned by a billionaire now. And Zuckerberg adds a new 200,000 acres every year.
peasants toiling for their coin. But this isn't how billionaires run companies, this is how Mr. Beast comes up with video ideas. The ethical question of should there be billionaires at all is one of the most hot button issues around right now because wealth inequality has been steadily increasing decade over decade, and many people believe that billionaires don't pay their fair share. This is of course ridiculous, as billionaires get divorced all the time. With that said, it is a common belief that if the government were to confiscate...
I will say, the greatest redistribution of Jeff Bezos' wealth came from his massive divorce, where he lost half, basically. So what if we make it so every broke person gets to marry a billionaire? You know what I'm saying? But then have to get divorced. And so we just keep splitting it that way. By the way, if you're broke and you marry Bezos and get divorced and you become a billionaire, you then have to get married to someone else who's going to break your heart. Okay? Just want you to understand that. It's a two-way street. Once it's going to keep going till it's divided. Legalize billionaire polygamy. Yeah, exactly. We're going to make it legal for billionaires to have multiple wives or husbands if it's Oprah. Wait, who was asking me this? Aiden was asking me that. Maybe it's a slime question, but Aiden asked me in person. He said, how much would you have to get paid to boogie down with Oprah? Is what he said. And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Because, like, he said, would you do it for $100,000? And I said, I'd pay so much more. I said, I could go way higher. No, I don't know. I don't know what it would take. I don't know. I mean, there is a number. I'm not going to pretend like it's like, oh, I have true love with my wife. I would never do it. Because I think I could easily tell Ari, like, I'm not in love with Oprah, babe. We could just get $1 billion. And she'd be fine with it. She'd be fine with it. I literally don't think my wife would care if Oprah's going to offer. It's so out there that I think it would be. Boogie down is euphemism for sex.
Everyone's personal wealth above $999 million, this would lead to a dramatic improvement in the standard of living for the average person. Problem is, even if you were to yoink every stock, bond, and square inch of real estate a billionaire owns, liquidate all of it to straight cash while somehow getting market value, in the US you would get about $6.22 trillion, which would cover 11 months of government spending, or every person in the country would get a one-time payment of around $18,000.
How about that?
While this is nothing to scoff at, if you're one of the people who says we should eat the rich, it's important to consider that the average inheritance in the US is $46,000, meaning you would make more money if you ate just one of your parents. Now, because they can't yet buy more of it, billionaires are experts at managing their time. While flying private is out of reach for most of us, there are other tips you can copy from billionaires to save time in your own life. For example, when I make a new account on a website, I save time by letting Chrome auto-generate an encrypted password. I got this idea from Elon Musk, who uses the same technique to name his children. When you basically reach level 99 in capitalism, you might ask yourself, what do I do now? Not to worry, once you've reached the level cap, there's still plenty of side quests for you to do. While most regular people spend their time playing video games, doing arts and crafts, or playing a sport,
I have talked about this. I called it the Jay-Z rule, but I feel like Jay-Z is out of favor, whether or not he went to a Diddy party. But I call it the Jay-Z rule. And the idea was you cap wealth at around Jay-Z's net worth. Which is, you know, maybe $1 billion around then. And the idea is like Jay-Z he's married to Beyonce. He's got a private jet. He's got success in his field. Like all the motivation for money is there. But then you get a ticket saying you won and you're good. And you get capped there. And then the rest of it has to be, I mean, here's the thing, that sort of soft happens when you have scaling tax rates. So if every dollar over $1 billion is taxed at like 95%, the incentive becomes, and this is what happened when we had high tax rates, is you just spend more money on the company. You just reinvest in the company, or you pay higher salaries, or they just didn't want to give the money up in taxes, so they used it instead of hoarding it. Which works. It just works. I mean, it creates the right incentive. Or you get a bigger family. Yeah, whatever. So I do think that have you considered the trickling? They put it back into the economy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
billionaires can choose more exotic things like getting bullied on Twitter, criticizing the Chinese government exactly one time, paying pro athletes to make you feel talented, leaving the planet in search of any novelty that will make the emptiness go away, paying to boost your Path of Exile account, then streaming it to prove to anyone who doubted your multidisciplinary genius that they...
This was really embarrassing. It is embarrassing that a billionaire did that when you really think about it. I know it's Elon Musk, so he's a specific thing that we make fun of. But now that I'm thinking about just like a general person who's a billionaire paying money to pretend to be good at a game they're not good at. I don't know. It's like if Jeff Bezos wanted us to think he's good at Peak. So he like streamed himself beating it. When we found out it was someone else playing. It's just fun. It's just a funny thing that it happened. It's just a really funny thing that it happened.
They were in fact correct, exploring the bottom of the ocean to uncover its lost secrets, and of course exploring the bottom of the ocean and then dying in.
TBH, you would buy a Challenger League account if you could get away with it? I could get away with it, and I didn't do it. Buying a Challenger League account would be the most embarrassing thing of all time. I would just queue up and get destroyed over and over again. It would just be me losing. The only people that make money off buying accounts are people that think they're better than they are. And then they get there and they realize how embarrassing it is, how bad they are. It's people who think they're stuck in ELO hell. Now, I guess it's a little bit different because I am a Challenger level Fizz, so I would immediately adapt and start crushing. So I guess it's not the same for me. Like I am in ELO hell and I am actually an incredible Fizz player. And if I bought a Challenger account, I would immediately be welcomed into the group. Paying for video games is embarrassing no matter how you look at it. Games aren't important. Okay, dude, that applies to movies, music, poems, sonnets, art. What a stupid fucking take. Anything other than spending money on growing crops for yourself is... You're watching a Twitch streamer right now. The beauty of life is that some things don't have to be important in a nebulous way to be worth your time. I just think the beauty of a skill-based game is putting time in and slowly getting better at it and seeing your improvement. But the idea that you care more about how you're perceived than that journey and you skip the line by buying an account is deeply embarrassing, because it reveals about you that you're so insecure that you want people to think you're better than you are. Again, what I'm saying is, we know it already, but people would have unironically loved Elon playing newbie Path of Exile. They would have been so impressed that this billionaire is trying to learn the game. He's not very good, but he's learning the game in his spare time. They would have really applauded him. Even if he was bad, they would have been like, this is fucking cool. We get it. You're busy. The fact that he needed people to think he was one of the world's best is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And also you had to reach out to a Chinese gold farmer. It's just embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing. It's cringy. It says something about you.
Instantly. In reality, when you're worth even hundreds of millions of dollars, an ultimately rookie amount, you can pretty much have anything you want. Penthouses, luxury cars, private chef, private plane, giant house, and another giant house in a poor country that kind of...
I'm not at this level of wealth. I'm just not, but that is the one thing. That is my aspiration, to be richer, is a private chef. Or that's my dream. That's my fucking dream. My dream is to have healthy food at all times. I can never balance health, food, and cost, and I can't do it. It's my hardest thing. No, I don't Uber Eats or Grubhub. It's too expensive. It's too wasteful. So what I do now is I buy pre-made meals, the ones you heat up. I'm not going to add. I'm not going to say the brand because I'm not doing an ad. But I use those. And again, Ari does cook, but I don't. She's not my fucking chef. I don't ever expect her to cook. I never ask. It's like sometimes she wants to cook and she'll make something, but I never ask for it, and I plan for if she doesn't want to do it. So whenever I am responsible for myself, I just fucking heat up a meal, and it's fine. They're decently okay, but it's my dream. If I really lock in and wanted to grind for money, it would be for that reason, to be able to eat like a delicious, healthy meal all the time. I think that'd be so sick. Just cook yourself, dude. It's not hard. Okay, I'll counterpoint this. I think cooking for yourself is kind of low-key hard. Not that it's like difficult, like you couldn't do it, but doing it consistently week in, week out is hard. I think it's hard. And it requires cleaning and prep and shopping and time. And it requires a real investment. And I don't think it's easy. And I think if you can do it, I'm proud of you. And it's a good skill to have. And it's really attractive, I think, too. My understanding among women that I've talked to is that it is a very attractive skill. The ability to cook and handle that, it's attractive. I think if you can do it, good for you. But I don't think it's easy, and I certainly don't think it's something I'm going to pick up, especially when I'm not forced to, because I have enough money not to be at this level, but to be at a weird in-between. And so my goal is rather just to keep fucking farming on money, maybe one day get a private chef. And I know there's probably a level to it where I can get someone to prep a meal. Like, what if I could pay someone to come? Like, I buy the groceries, they come by for just an hour or two. They make meals that I can prep for a week. I think that's less expensive and probably within my or close to where I'm at. And I would try it. I'm just fully admitting I would try that, because that's, I like, here's an example. I'm trying to get a little healthier. I'm trying to work out more. And the last time I worked out consistently, I had a trainer. This was like a year ago, maybe a year and a half. And I was going consistently, and I felt the biggest gains I had. But then my trainer told me, he said, look, you're actually, for how much you're working out, you're gaining really slow. And it's because of your diet and your terrible sleep schedule. He told me that directly. And my response was to quit, by the way. I haven't even fucking been back. I didn't actually quit. I didn't quit for a while. But that's what he told me. He's like, you're not Like you're working out a good amount and you're coming consistently and you're doing hard exercises, but you're like consistently tired and you're consistently not eating right. And so I just know that's my biggest problem. I have to work on food and sleep. And I'm getting better with sleep, but my food is still terrible. The one I gave the Xbox to? Yes, that's exactly right. That guy.
Sucks, but has good weather, and you're not sure if purchasing power parity means the gardeners are getting paid well by their standards, or if you just own slaves. With this in mind, if you are a billionaire, it's actually pretty hard to think of a way to flex on multi-millionaires, meaning the 23-year-olds on Raya who look like they're 35 aren't going to message you back. That is, of course, until you remember what separates the centimillionaires from the billionaires. Big boat. Ask a girl if she...
Okay, we've talked about this stuff. maybe this guy's watched this. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But anyway, we talked about this. This is the number one thing that separates billionaires from regular rich people is the ability to own a fucking yacht. That is like the reason they buy it is to stand out. And then the size of the yacht matters. You know, Jeff Bezos can afford a bigger yacht than a regular poor-ass billionaire because a yacht is so obscenely expensive and requires a full-time staff, and just the cost of fueling it is so expensive. The cost of fucking keeping it in the harbor is so expensive. You have to pay out like a $250K harbor fee just to dock. It is just so disgustingly expensive that you have to, it's the ultimate flex.
She'd rather be stuck in the middle of a forest with a random bear or a random man, and she picks the bear every time. Ask a girl if she'd rather be stuck in the middle of the ocean with a random shark or stuck in the middle of the ocean with a random Saudi man, and she picks Muhammad every time. This is because men in the forest are broke, meaning they'll try to touch your boob, whereas men on yachts are rich, meaning they have grown weary of material desires and flew you out business class for your quirky personality. While no one has tried to sex traffic me yet, the closest I've been able to get so far was when I was on a holiday in France several years ago and made a day trip to Monaco. Now, for people not in the know, Monaco is a tiny sovereign nation basically inside France and is like a Vatican City tax haven for the ultra wealthy. They have a little garden you can look at near the Monte Carlo casino, which was the only
Speaking of rich creeps in France, can I tell a story? I think she wouldn't mind. I won't say who then. I won't say who. Someone I know that you don't know. Or maybe you know. But not a streamer. Went to Cannes, which is like a marketing conference, advertising conference in France. And then this is a woman. And she got hit on by Jake Paul. Like Jake Paul walked up to her at Cannes and tried to, but like his opener was like, hey, want to have sex or something. It's like a professional environment. This is a real thing that happened. That's crazy. Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't he married? I mean, this is like this is a little while back. Maybe he wasn't, but yeah, this happened. Oh, Stans told his story. I'm sorry. It was Logan Paul and it was Stans' wife, Rochelle. Okay, she's told the story. Great. Yeah, Stans' wife, Rochelle, was there for work, and Logan Paul walked up and said, hey, you want to have sex? Which is crazy. It's crazy. And she's like, no, I'm married. But it's just funny. It's really fucking funny. So get mogged by Stans, Logan Paul.
On a holiday in France several years ago and made a day trip to Monaco. Now, for people not in the know, Monaco is a tiny sovereign nation basically inside France and is like a Vatican City tax haven for the ultra wealthy. They have a little garden you can look at near the Monte Carlo casino, which was the only thing I could afford. And as you walk through, you're like, oh, look, a little building. Hopefully this one's a bathroom. Nope, just another Audemars Piguet watch kiosk. Then you pee on it anyway because you're in Europe. Other than this neat oceanographic museum, what I thought was the coolest part of Monaco was the port, which was divided into sections based on how important people in Monaco thought you were. In the very inner part of the harbor, you have the literal wage slave section, which is basically all the yachts that I would see back home. Then there's Worthless, which had the biggest yachts I have ever seen in real life prior to this. After that, you have Starter Yacht, which are like floating New York City penthouses. Then the last section in the harbor is, finally, a real yacht, which is one giant pier for the 2 or 3 mega yachts that rule the Monaco postcard photo and cost at least $100 million each.
That's awesome.
Obviously, you don't stop there because these things are a dime a dozen. So then you go out in the ocean and you get, what is this, a harbor for ants? Now you might be thinking what I was thinking at the time, which was, even if you were a billionaire, why on earth would you want a mega yacht so big you can't even park it in the harbor? Exactly, to store your other yachts in, broke, you get with the program. At this point, I too was wondering how I could acquire a Russian nesting yacht until I was like, speaking of, what's
yacht
that?
to store
Maybe a
yachts.
few kilometers farther out from the shore was this thing, which is the world's largest sailing yacht, and in the top 5 most expensive yachts ever built. It's owned by Andrei Melnichenko and designed by the guy who made this cool lemon squeezer that my mom just bought. Even though I had forgotten the oligarch-class yacht existed, this guy claims he doesn't even have ties to the Russian state, making him just a regular, unimportant billionaire. This argument, of course, didn't work on the Italian government after Russia invaded Ukraine, because they saw the yacht parked outside their shoreline and said, yoink. Which brings us to the true top of the hierarchy, which isn't who owns the biggest yacht, it's who owns the biggest ocean. And you know what that means. That's right, baby, the taxpayer wins again. Checkmate, billionaires being
look
the
at these
boys
guys,
have once
baby.
again risen to the top. Now, if you're looking to... Oh, oops, wrong slide. If you're looking to avoid calls from the IRS or other scammers that manage to...
As if we pay for our fucking aircraft carriers with tax money. As if the IRS is how we pay for them. We pay for them with good old-fashioned debt, okay? We just borrow. I yoink, 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 bye, bye, bye. Easy. We claw to that shit. You think we can afford the shit we pay for with tax money? We put that shit on fucking Afterpay. And we tell China and Japan we're good for it and we'll pay it back later. And pensions. And U.S. pensions. Good video. Good video. Funny video. I do want to say, like, it's one of my core. As I mentioned, I'm in favor of like really high taxes on billionaires, and most importantly, my number one thing is estate tax. Because again, inherited billionaires are the worst. They didn't even make anything. They didn't even take any risk. They were just born to it. I've always been for high inheritance tax. I always will be. I fully believe it. But it is one of my core beliefs that they're not better. Like, if it was not so restrictive to set up competition to them, they would lose their money just through being outcompeted. Like, I think we should tax them more, but I think more important than that even is removing all of the restrictions and things that are used to gump the works. You can't make a competitive product. I find that to be very frustrating. Guy who thinks free markets have no billionaires. What I think is, in a truly free market, your margin is my opportunity. So if you're making fucking 80% margin on something, I can come by and compete that down to 79 and someone does 78, 77. So what I think is, the freer the market, the fewer billionaires you will see. That's correct. Because they will get beaten out by someone who's willing to do their thing for less. But you know, it's always a sliding scale. Nothing is truly free. Nothing's truly fucking slammed down. And I think, what I'm saying is, if we're going to tax them really high, one of the best uses of that is making it easier to compete with them. That's That's the God's honest truth. They're making it easy. Like, here, let me give you a great example. Let me give something that people can fully understand. Like an unintended side effect. If you started a small business and you want to set up health insurance for your employees, it's fucking difficult. It's hard. It's confusing. It requires a fucking team. It requires lawyers. It's annoying and difficult. But because that's the only way to get health care in America, you not being able to do it puts you at a huge disadvantage from a big company. So as a small company, I can't offer the same health insurance to my employees as a big one. And it's not because I'm not making a product or making money. It's because it's a fucking hassle. You need a big team. And so if you were to do something like make it much simpler, like if the government handled health insurance, or if it was just a system where you didn't have to get it through your work, it would automatically allow tons more startups to exist that compete with big companies. That alone would allow other people to start things. There's many people that are afraid to do their startup because they don't want to lose health insurance. I know people that work at companies like Nvidia or Amazon that would love to start their own company. Like create a company, private market, own a company, make an idea, but they can't do it because they can't get off health insurance. They're in their 30s or 40s and it's too scary, too risky. So I just want to explain like these systems around the game of markets can be optimized to make it so it's just about making the better product. And if that's the case, I actually think most wealthy people or richer companies would lose, or they would get competed down. I think most of their advantage comes from the non-product stuff. I don't think they're inherently so much better at making a better product. That's my personal belief. And so I think that's where my philosophy comes from. Anyway, what a there's a new Coffeezilla? Okay, let's watch that. And then maybe we'll take a trip to Kansas. I'm not going to say where.
CryptoZoo.co. I am so excited about
Fucking love CryptoZoo, dude. I fucking love CryptoZoo. It's a fun game. It's a really fun game. I fucking love. It also makes you money. Speaking of Logan Paul, right? Okay. YouTuber proves people are lazy with day trading. 10K to 1 million. This is the new Coffeezilla. His banner is as seen on Netflix.
This YouTuber.
Let's see. Now, I'm assuming this video is about a YouTuber who invented a really amazing way to make money, and Coffeezilla is going to compliment them for 14 minutes, and then we are all going to buy their course and learn. I assume that's what this is about, because pre-watched? Okay. Okay, that's what I figured.
Tried proving people are lazy by turning $10,000 into $1 million, but he accidentally ended up embarrassing himself instead and promoted a guru who we're going to be exposing today.
We could be doing hard labor, but instead the idea is mentality, success, and money.
The YouTuber is Whistling Diesel. He has 10 million subscribers, and his name is Cody. His channel's motto, never ever clickbait ever. So you can imagine I'm pretty excited about this video because look at that title. He's gonna prove people are lazy with a series.
Turning 10K into 1 million to prove people are lazy. I never clickbait. That's awesome.
Imagine I'm pretty excited about this video because look at that title. He's gonna prove people are lazy with a series showing people that hate money how truly possible it is to make money. Let's dive in and find out from the guy who never clickbaits how exactly that's gonna work.
Alex is one of the world's top leading day traders. We're gonna turn $10,000 into $1 million in one day.
Oh, well actually that seems pretty lazy to make $1 million in one day instead of being patient, but it also turns out to be clickbait because of course they don't make $1 million. But the setup is pretty simple. Cody Whistling Diesel plays this jokester who doesn't know anything, and then we have Alex. He's presented as our guru, one of the top day traders of the world.
Alex is the world's expert trader.
Dude, it's so fucking asinine that They don't point out the obvious flaw. If you could actually make that money, why are you making YouTube videos? Why are you making courses? Why? If you could actually print $1 million a day by looking at a fucking chart, Passion. Nobody is asking this who's buying the course.
Top leading day traders.
And it's kind of a strange mix because Cody seems to not take this seriously at all, while Alex is very serious.
We're betting that the Japanese yen is going to get weaker and the New Zealand dollar is going to get stronger. The first thing you want to do when you come into the market, you want to find out of all the markets which one have the highest probability of going in one direction versus the other.
You know, it was somewhere in the middle of the...
Oh, is that it? Oh, is that it? Oh. You just have to know the probability of which directions it's going. Just find the one where the line's gonna go up and then bet on the line going up. That's it. Oh. Fuck, I'm so stupid.
This very simple Forex explanation that I realized, oh, these guys are selling something. Or at least Alex is. He's an expert who sells a course for $1,500 to teach people trading, which makes all of this pretty weird. But then Alex...
$1,500 for a hashtag set and forget strategy. Bro, if you want to set and forget it, just put it in the fucking S&P 500. If you want to set and forget it, that's already been explained. What that one is fine. Or put it in fucking VU. Or put it in... If that's what you want to do, set and forget, that's figured out. Put in gold, bro. 20 gold eagles will buy you an SUV 20 years ago, an SUV today, and an SUV in 20 years, bro. But don't. I mean, you're already down 1,500. You don't need to set and forget it. Now you need an active crypto pump. You need a fucking Doge moon. You need to make money quickly because you're already down 1,500.
$1,500 to teach people trading, which makes all of this pretty weird. But then Alex makes a pretty interesting admission about the whole experiment.
I was actually interested in taking this trade before you pulled up. You would have lost your full 10 grand right there.
Really?
Yeah, all of it.
Really? So we're gonna cut and we're gonna come back in 2 hours when this trade is 5 times the value. He's gonna let me borrow the Porsche and we're gonna have fun for a little bit while we're letting our money stack. We could be doing hard labor, but instead the idea is mentality, success, and money.
So in a quest to prove people hate...
That's the most rage-bait thing I've ever seen, bro. I actually fuck with this guy. Fuck it. I'm taking the opposite. This guy rules, dude. Mentality, success, money. He just comes off as a good, trustworthy guy. It's about hard work. It's about fucking... This guy's awesome. Thank you.
Mentality, success, and money.
So in a quest to prove people hate money and are lazy, Cody shows up, nearly loses everything, makes one trade, and then takes a 2-hour break to drive supercars. Wasn't this whole video about hard labor and why people are...
And by the way, everyone can do this. Putting aside this is fake. Let's say it's real. Everyone can do this, and that's what society should be. It should be everyone logging in, putting a random trade on a Japanese yen Forex bet, then driving supercars for 2 hours, and then coming back to $1 million. That is how things will work. That's a utopia.
Lazy, now it's about supercars and letting your money stack. Let's be honest, you need something before you can let your money stack. You need money. This is all starting to feel like an advertisement for Alex the Forex Guru. After all, Whistling Diesel is not a financial YouTuber. He knows nothing about that stuff. He makes car videos, but suddenly is spending 15 minutes learning about Forex. But just when I started to agree with the comment section, I got the video's real sponsor.
Which brings us to our ad break while we're making revenue. A personal data protection system.
Yeah, apparently that's the ad.
It's like at least 3 cents.
There's an ad in his ad?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100% honest. It's actually a lot better than I thought.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna taste like...
Okay, we're gonna skip this ad too.
So here's something interesting about Incognito.
A reviewer from Business Insider shared their first-hand experience.
Okay, never mind. That's still the ad. Let's skip.
2 separate Incogni ads and plugging your own drink. That's fucking based. That's fucking based. If you end up not liking Incogni, though, what I would recommend is using Rocket Money to one-click cancel it right from your phone. I would go to rocketmoney.com/Atrioc and I would just take a look at all your subscriptions and I would pick the ones you don't feel like you're still wanting to pay and knock that right off with a one click. Anyway, that's just a thought I had.
Skip that too and get back to what we only think might be an ad.
Where are we at?
So we were up
We're
probably
at 89,000.
No, 90,000 now.
We're at 90. Oh, we're at 90.
No, but we were, I saw it on the phone.
91, 92. So should we pull out at 100?
No, this is gonna go more than 100 for sure.
Really?
Yeah, this is probably gonna be like 400 grand. No, for sure, 100%. But it's gonna take 2 to 3 days to get there.
All right.
This is great. No, looking at a stock chart, no, for sure. Yeah, I looked at the line, I bought in, and now it's guaranteed going to turn into 400 grand.
So we missed a lot while driving supercars and doing 2 ads. We now learn we're in the money, and in 2 days, we'll have $400,000. But Whistling Diesel doesn't want to wait that long. Instead, he closes his trade for $9,000 in profit. But I started to wonder, what if they had held on to this trade? Because even Cody wondered how his day trader guru friend could just know it was going to go up so high.
I don't know, you could wait it out or...
How do you know?
I just know, bro. I don't know how to explain it.
How do you know? What does he know?
Yeah.
That is not the answer you want to hear from your financial advisor. I don't know, bro. I just can't explain it. Like, I just know. Give my fucking money back. Give my fucking money back. That's what my little brother says to Ludwig when he manages his money. Bro, I just know. I just punted it.
What does he know? I wondered the same thing, so I whipped up a Forex simulation of almost the same exact trade, but I kept my money in this time for a few days. And the question is, did I make $400,000? No, I did not. I basically lost everything in my simulated account. Because it turns out doubling your money is actually very risky. No matter how much someone says they just know the trade is going to go up, they really don't. Now, I reached out to Whistling Diesel and asked him point blank if this entire video was an ad, but he insisted it wasn't. According to him, he was paid nothing except...
Wait, you know what that means? That means Whistling Diesel's the GOAT trader. He pulled out at exactly the right time. His coach sucks, but he's actually a natural. He's incredible. He saw the exact line and pulled out at the peak. How does he know? I want to buy his course.
His profits. Alex, for his part, said the exact same thing, although he did admit that he has paid influencers in the past to collaborate, like Steve will do it. He also got Aiden Ross to give him an interview in exchange for using his Bugatti.
It's never too late to try something new. You know, you have college, you have 9-to-5s, they're always around, they're always there. They're not going anywhere. People need workers. Just try something new. Try flipping the switch here.
That's fucking crazy. Dude, putting the fucking feel-good music on it like it's a charity thing, like you're fucking... Holy fuck. Listen, there's always going to be college. There's always going to be jobs. Don't worry about that. Let's try the swing trading lab first. College will always be there, but $1,500 to join the swing trading lab, that's rare. That's a one-time opportunity. People aren't able to find jobs, by the way, right now. But I'm sure if you show up with a resume that says, yeah, I spent the last 2 years in the swing trading lab, you'll get hired instantly. I'm sure Meta or Google will fucking huge pay. Wait, you have a swing trading lab expertise? Can you take my job? Can you be my boss? Jane Street's gonna hire you.
Try to do something that you believe in yourself with.
So, yeah, apparently
so
those two got
manipulative.
something out of it. Supposedly Whistling Diesel
That's
did
fucking
not.
crazy.
If you even assume that's true, I still think it's worth digging into who this Alex guy is. And the question is it actually a good idea to give someone like this your money or to spend your money Forex day trading? Is it the secret to untold wealth? And how did Alex really get his Bugatti money?
Coffee.
Well, of course, I asked, and Alex told me he made $7.5 million in the last 4 years from selling courses, actually. Teaching people how to trade, which is insane. And now
he made $7.5 million from selling courses. That's so sad, bro. That's so sad. That's so sad. Don't buy these fucking courses, bro. I say as I secretly sign up. I don't want you to get the wealth first. I'm obviously gonna sign up, but I don't think you should do it because I don't want the secret to get out. That's fucking crazy. That's too much. $1,500, 5,000 times.
Alex claims that some of his money comes from day trading, but I never learned exactly how much. He said it ranges, but there's a famous lesson. There's more money to make selling shovels in a gold rush than mining for gold. Alex's website even says, I am a miner, can I do it? And the answer is yes, for $1,500. Although later I learned that actually he meant miner as in like underage person who actually aren't allowed to trade Forex. You have to be 18. But Alex's website says that you can just trade with a real account in the name of a family member of legal age.
Easy money.
Which is, again, not allowed. To make matters worse, Alex has also been accused of faking trades online and using simulated accounts instead of real money. Simulated just means essentially you're using Monopoly money. It's what I did a second ago to test out that trade. But Alex denies this. He says he doesn't fake trades. The only problem I find with this is that there's a disclaimer in Alex's own videos called CFTC 441, which is a reference to a special regulation where you have to disclose if you're using a simulated account. Here's the CFTC guidelines. It matches up with what Alex's videos and website say. And this makes me think at least some of Alex's trades are not real money, despite him claiming to be such a profitable trader. Now, Alex would later tell me this is a very catch-all disclaimer commonly used in the industry. But that...
Dude, even if it was all real and he was making these great trades, he asked him how he knows, and he says, bro, I don't know, I just know. So what are you paying for the course for? If he can't explain his thought process, then what's the fucking point?
Could be because this industry is full of a lot of people faking trading records. Now, I did try to explain this.
God fucking forbid a man has a gut read. Nah, you're fucking right. I'm being a hater. Honestly, I'm being a hater. This guy's a legend. This guy's the fucking young Warren Buffett. And here I am, jealous as shit. I'm just fucking, I have hater energy in my heart because this guy's actually out here fucking, he has gut intuition that beats the market consistently. Nobody knows more about how the Japanese yen is going to move day to day than a dude who's got the worst spray tan I've ever seen in the heart of Florida.
To Cody, the guy pushing this great trader, world's best trader.
World's top leading day traders.
And I said, maybe this guy's not all you think he is. But Cody defended himself saying, I didn't promote him. I literally went day trading with him and made $9,000. Haha. He's factually skilled enough to double my money in a few hours. Which I guess is true, but he's also skilled enough to make you almost lose everything twice.
I was gonna just like dump all my money into it, like in one day.
You wouldn't lose. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, you could, but you're gonna lose it all. 100%.
Oh, really?
I was actually interested in taking this trade before you pulled up. You would have lost your full 10 grand right there.
Really?
Yeah, all of it.
And this just shows Cody's arrogance here. He's so uneducated on Forex, but also so confident about it. He was moments away from losing everything, but he doesn't seem to know it or care. I asked him which broker they ended up using, and he said he doesn't even know what a broker is. That's another big problem because a big part of Forex scams are sketchy offshore brokerages where you don't know if it's real or fake money,
and
they can take your money and run.
Yeah.
Now, I went to Alex's website because I was curious, and Alex recommends a broker called LQH Markets, which he calls trusted. But I would beg to differ because this brokerage is located in Camaros, which you can't locate on a map. I forbid you from depositing money there. It is also offshore, and it has no CEO listed, meaning we don't even know who owns it.
Oh, that's
it's
good.
also banned from accepting.
I don't want a money-grubbing CEO who's going to steal my money. So the fact that you have no CEO is actually a really plus for me. That means you're more of a flat organization that cares about truth and equality. That's fucking awesome.
U.S. investors. But of course, the same guy who says minors can impersonate family members has no problem getting us around that too.
This is the kind of the L for some people, which is no U.S. clients. I'm sure you guys can figure out a way how to do it. Get a VPN and do it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking.
I'm sure some of you guys can figure out a way. And if not, here's the exact instructions.
Shocking stuff. Just VPN to a trusted broker. Apparently, Alex's whole community trades there. That's how trusted this brokerage is.
I believe that there is a trusted broker. This is the current broker that I use right now, which is LQH Markets. Been using it for a very long time. My whole entire community uses it. This is the trusted one that I recommend.
After hearing all of this, I just wanted to know, surely Alex knows who's behind this trusted broker.
Yeah, if you trust
So I
it.
asked, who is the owner of LQH Markets? Are you a part owner? And he told me, quote, I'm not sure who is. There are many affiliate broker companies that do outreach on behalf of platforms to give the best deals. And no, I'm not. So apparently his whole community is sending money offshore. He calls it trusted, but he doesn't know who owns it. It's shocking stuff, but even if you thought that was bad, it actually gets worse because the last company Alex promoted was a different one. It was called Rocket 21.
Join the Rocket 21 Discord.
Rocket
The Rocket see
21.
how legit Rocket is. Rocket 21 Challenge, Rocket 21 Instagram. Take your Rocket 21 Challenge. I only and will forever recommend Rocket 21.
That's right. Alex used
Rocket
to
Money.
promote
Not
a
Rocket Money
website
21.
which was a place you could get funded as a trader. These are called prop firms, and in the Forex industry, they're mostly huge scams. How it works is they issue challenges to traders who pay for it with the promise that if they are profitable enough, they will get bigger and bigger accounts that they can trade with, and then they will receive a split of the profit that they make with these trades.
What?
Which all sounds fine, except these companies are not actually trading anything. They do not use real money accounts. They give their traders fake, simulated trading accounts, which means that when these companies lose money because their customers win, they pay them out of pocket. And vice versa, they make money when traders lose, which is strange when you think about it because Alex's whole thing is to teach people how to trade successfully. But he's also promoting.
I mean, I can see how that business works. The average person loses money on most trades because they just make bad trades. So instead of placing the trades, you just simulate it and watch them. And when they lose, you just keep it. Yeah, it's just like a casino. It's just, it's actually such a funny business idea.
A website which succeeds the more his students fail. Maybe it's no surprise many of his fans now call this website a scam.
You're saying you could go on a generational run and bankrupt them? Well, that's what happens with business like this is they have people that do win big and then they just don't pay them. That's what they do. They just don't pay them. They delist the account or they string you along and then so they just keep the wins. Because the trade didn't actually happen.
And although many of them believe Alex was simply a promoter of the website, I have bad news for them. Alex admitted to me that he was also a partial owner of Rocket 21, although he says he's no longer a part. But just imagine the conflict of interest here. You are purporting to teach people how to successfully trade, and you co-own something that makes more money the more people unsuccessfully trade. Talk about a conflict of interest. It's also interesting to note that Alex at various points traded from a Rocket 21 account, saying he had $1 million account. But now that we know he was a co-owner of this company and also that these were simulated funds, what are we even watching? A guy playing with Monopoly money?
We're about to take this trade together on my $1 million account right now that I currently have from.
Who fucking watches this guy? God, it's actually embarrassing. It's sad. There's a kid out there, young guy, probably early fucking 20s, hard for money, watching this fuck, and now they think they can, this is their chance to financial freedom, and he's just fucking scamming them? $7.5 million. Me with you? Am I scamming you? Not yet. Wait till I build up to it. I haven't scammed you. Wait till my course comes out, bro.
Rocket, so this is my $1 million account from Rocket. So we're literally gonna take this trade together.
Like, I hope you guys see what a nasty business this is. And unfortunately, it's not just Alex.
You are scamming me out of my time. Let's pull this up. No, let's pause for a second. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. You're scamming me out of my time from Nacy. That's such an interesting take. That's such an interesting take. Let's pull this up. Because over the past few days, before I left for Canada and after I left for Canada, I had to record an offline video for my clip channel and for my VO. And both times, there was one person in the offline chat spamming the whole fucking time of the fucking chatbot fishing game. Fish, fish, fish. Talking to your fucking self for hours. 2 a.m., 12 p.m. 2 different times. Only one person in here. You. And now you're telling me that I'm scamming you out of your highly valuable time by providing free content. Okay.
There are many Forex gurus doing the same thing, pushing these prop firms.
What is a reputable, unlimited trading day that I know will pay me out? Check out Smart Funded Trader. Link is in the bio.
If you guys want to check out the Leveled Up Society or the DayTrading Institution, you can also find that down in the description as well.
TFT continues to grow. People are getting paid and people are telling their friends and people are making money and they're sharing.
Okay, I gotta
TFT
ask,
is reliable.
are these guys fucking super funny or like what value are they giving? Okay, I can, step one, you earn the trust of your audience, and then step two, you exploit it with the scam. I get that. What are they doing first? What is this guy's content? Who is this guy? Right here.
Check out some
prop firms.
What is a rep?
This guy right here. Who is it? Does anybody know who this is? Who is this guy? I just want to look him up. What content are they putting out? Jeff?
Reputable, unlimited trading day that I know will pay me out. Check out Smart Funded Trader. Link is in the bio.
If you guys want to check out the Leveled Up Society or the DayTrading Institution, you can also find that down in the description as well.
TFT continues to grow. People are getting paid and people are telling their friends.
Let me see. I'm looking this up. The Funded Trader. The Funded Trader. YouTube.
Are you looking for the best way to make money online? Do I have an answer for you? Let's get into it. I started working with a prop firm, and not just any prop firm, I started working with the Funded Trader. The Funded Trader is an online prop firm that provides funding solutions to online traders, and personally, my favorite prop firm. I work with them because they have the highest maximum total loss and day loss limits in the prop firm industry. They also have up to $600K in funding with a full refund on your first pay.
This is just... do you know that day trading is already gambling and they turned it into more gambling? They took even the ownership out of it and just... They took something that's already gamified and made it more gamified. This is so fucking crazy. This is so fucking crazy. This is recent. I thought this shit ended in 2021 or 2022. This video is recent. And it has how many views? 2.3 million? That shit's fucking crazy, bro. That shit's fucking crazy.
And people are making money and they're sharing that TFT is reliable, and that's why TFT is growing.
And unfortunately, even if you do win and you make a bunch of money, many of these companies will ban your accounts or delay your withdrawals. That is something Alex is even aware of, which is why he addresses it head on in his promotional videos by doing a car giveaway.
There's a lot of talks about there about, you know, a lot of these firms not paying people out, being super sketch. A lot of new firms pop up like every week. All these influencers, they just make their own firms. And we, like, I was talking to the team, to the Rocket team, and we're like, dude, if we give away a Lambo, we pretty much cash out $250,000 and we just hand it to somebody. This is to show proof that Rocket's gonna have no issue paying you out. There's literally no issue.
Yeah, guys, no issues. The proof is in
If we give out a Lambo as part of a marketing stunt, that's proof we will always pay out. Damn. He just dumb. But it's working. He's making more money than any of us. That's crazy. The scam's not even complex. It's like the dumbest con of all time. And it works. That's wild, bro.
the Lamborghini giveaway. Now, I happened to grab the last 5 reviews of this company on Trustpilot, and all of them are 1 star, reporting that there are delays or they are not getting paid from Alex's former company, which is obviously bad. But of course, Alex isn't the only one. He's just the one on the biggest platform at the moment. The Forex industry is full of scams, fakes, and frauds, and you should be careful when anyone makes earning lots of money seem easy. Despite what Whistling Diesel would have you believe, it's much harder to make $1 million than you think, and much easier to lose what money you do have. Ironically, Cody would know that if he had done a bit more due diligence and...
All right, that's fun, though. That's actually fun. It actually is super easy to make $1 million. All you have to do is... well, I mean, this is for subs only. So if you're not a sub, I can't really say it. So if we get all subs in here, I'll reveal it. But I actually can't say it yet because it's just too... If the poors hear about it, they'll ruin it. It has to be for the VIPs. Maddie B streams, thank you for the Prime. Sucks for you, nerd, thank you for the 30 months. Danger Smith, thank you for the 12 months of tier 1. I really, really appreciate that. Adam Warlock, thank you for the Prime. Do Prime subs count? I'll tell you half the information. I'll tell you how to make $1 million, but not how to make 10 million. You know what I'm saying?
not been so lazy.
Good video. I mean, easy to dunk on that guy. You know, even though he's just a hardworking streamer, trying to make content that helps his viewers become millionaires. And I feel like Coffee was too harsh on him, but outside of that, it's a good video. There's a Voidzilla follow-up. Well, for the interest of time, I will have to watch that at a different time because we're going to watch a little bit of Smallville to kick off Atrioc August. We're going to kick off Atrioc August with an ending of Smallville. Again, Atrioc August, I'm going to be live every day but Sunday, all throughout August. And we're going to hit 3 Marketing Mondays and a couple other things. So I'm going to do a quick snack break, and then we're going to get our